The 70-year-old woman whose body was found dismembered in her house last week is being laid to rest today. The family has accused her grandson of the murder, saying they believe Mamokete Moea's death is part of a cult ritual. In fact, eNCA's Ronald Masinda joins me from Alwal North in the Eastern Cape. Ronald, this very bizarre and heartbreaking story about this granny who is now late, absolutely shocking. What details can you share with us at the moment?
All right, good afternoon, William. So the details that we have, and this emanates from the funeral that we attended in Alwal North, is that Mamokete Moea was missing for several days, and the discovery was made by church members. She didn't attend church on a specific day, and then they went in search of her. The details that we have is that people in the area knew that she stayed with her grandson, and when they started probing the grandson, he pretended like he didn't know any idea of her whereabouts. It was then where there was a stench within the house where they both lived. When people and the neighbors got suspicious, the police went into the house, and this grandson allegedly confessed to the murder and showing some of the body parts that were dismembered by him.
And let's talk about the grandson for a little bit, Ronald. I mean, do we know anything about him at this stage? His age, his mental state, and we were hearing from one of the family members saying that he needed to prove himself to join the cult. That's possibly why he allegedly murdered the grandmother.
So more of that information will come out of court. He is expected to appear on Monday. But what we do know at this stage is that he is a 30-year-old and that this was all part of a cult ritual. He was told that he should kill his grandmother, and not only that, ensure that he brings some body parts with him to show as proof to the cult leaders that he did perform this crime and that he would be reimbursed, paid financially for his acts. But what we also know, and this is from information that we are also receiving from community leaders, is that he was also a drug addict. So this could also just fuel his actions. But many people are worried, William. This is a province where elderly people have been targeted for several months, mainly because of alleged witchcraft, which is still rife in the province, where elderly women are killed because they are accused of witchcraft. But this incident was certainly bizarre because a cult killing is quite unusual in the Eastern Cape. But the family itself, when we spoke to them earlier on, the niece of Umama, she said that they want justice and that they don't buy any of the excuses that this young man made. But the concern, however, is that grandparents, especially elderly women here in the province, they tend to be prone to these violent acts because a lot of them stay alone with their children, living outside of the province, seeking job opportunities elsewhere.
And of course, we don't know yet, Ronald, and you can confirm, if the grandson, allegedly acted alone.
At this stage, this is what the family says, that he acted alone and he made a confession. And we even saw during the funeral proceedings some of the details that the family were explaining to us. For example, the steel trunk that some of the body parts were put inside. But the weird thing about this murder is that this young man, when people went in, the police, when they discovered this gruesome discovery, they say that he was hysterical. He was very angry that this discovery was made because he felt that his job and his task was not finished, and that he wished that at least he would have shown his alleged cult leaders that he did finish his job. So it remains to be seen as to how this case will be approached. There are already talks of possible mental evaluations, but we will see how this case transpires when it goes to court on Monday.
Ronald Masinda, live to us from Alwal North. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon and just giving us an update on that story.